Hey, well, simple. I'm Rishi, and I'll talk to you guys about Radiel Health, a physics-based engine for vascular surgery patients. When I was in grade 3, I got a rhinoplasty and it failed. Why? Because the surgeons were operating on me with their previous knowledge were operating on adults, not kids. It got me thinking, what if you can predict the future of any surgery before it happens using the power of AI? I want to set about and try to solve this really hard problem of modeling how our blood flows through our bodies. There's actually a way to already do this in the medicine space. It's called CFD, computational fluid dynamics. It's used everywhere in engineering, but effectively using these high fidelity simulations, we can actually show how our blood flows through our arteries and our vessels. And there's a key metric here, wall shear stress. It's how our blood interacts with the walls of our artery veins. And if there's areas where there's wonky wall shear stress, to put it in a light way, there could be areas where plaque forms, which could lead to stenosis or thrombosis. That's a very key thing that can predict whether a surgery will fail or succeed. So it's very important that surgeons can have that insight of where these plaques could be formed after surgery happens. But there's three main issues with CFD. It's very expensive to run, takes a very long time to run, and you need an expert physicist to decipher the results. That's where I thought maybe we should build an ML surrogate to solve this problem for clinicians themselves. So let me show you the platform I built and a little bit of a background of how we actually built the model. I have a blog for you. I wrote it yesterday, and you can actually read through this and get a good understanding of how we built the model from the ground up. Long story short, we started with the simplest problem in CFD, the lid-driven cavity, a humble problem where liquid flows through a box. And from that, we moved to an idealized bifurcation, which is just a pipe that's split into two, because it's a very common structure in our human bodies. And if you notice, this bifurcated part in the middle is a key area where a lot of plaque could form, and the wall stress could be very, very quote-unquote wonky. And then from that, we move to one of the simplest structures in the human body, the carotid artery, which is essentially a very important artery in our body, but it's just a bifurcation that's a little bit wonky. So for the demo tonight, I want to show you our platform on the idealized bifurcation because that's what's ready. And effectively, I already ran the inference. We can run the inference on any structure we want. And we have the wall stress across the entire walls, which essentially symbolizes how the blood would flow through the artery structure if this was the artery structure. We can inference on certain points, as we see we did right here, this point right at the tip. And my main goal is that I want to build a platform where surgeons can pretty much talk to their patients' arteries and veins and see if there's areas where there are certain points where there's a weird wall stress. It could be low and it could lead to stenosis or thrombosis. And another key thing is that we have a full end-to-end pipeline. So in any clinic, there's already an ultrasound machine and already a CT scan. And what we have is that we leverage existing open source technology to take a CT scan, take an ultrasound, and turn it into a mesh. As you see, I did that right here. We're actually using this carotid artery here to train our future model on the carotid arteries. And we can pretty much turn any CT scan to a mesh. And from that mesh, we can inference it on our model. And then from the inferencing on the model, we can actually talk to it and see what the blood flow pattern is like. So it's a full end-to-end pipeline that starts from the patient's arteries, the blood flow modeling, and the actual output of what the clinician could actually need. So that's Radiel Health. I hope you guys enjoy. And yeah, looking forward to talking to you guys. See ya.